I'm in the house. Do you know where I am?
You're behind the couch.
After that movie was a huge success, they landed their next big movie, Scary Movie, which had an interesting development, but I'll sprinkle it throughout the video. The movie was 100% a result of the Wayans and the company, but the studio producer, Harvey Weinstein, was working on a similar Scream spoof with some other writers, but that draft was never used. Ripples happened because of this. I should mention my experience with Scary Movie before I start this. So, Scary Movie 3 was a kid's movie. My mom got a DVD of the first two without reading that tiny blurb on the front. Yeah, some scenes. Now I'm here.
Of the hot, new, hilarious comedy, Scary Movie.
One has a great opening, using the meta commentary from Scream and applying it to the Wayans' point of view.
Kazam, you know the one where Shaq plays a genie?
That's not a horror movie.
Well, you haven't seen Shaq act.
So in this movie, you got Cindy. She's the final girl protagonist who's a spoof of Sydney from Scream. That's going to be important in the sequels. Kind of weird seeing Sydney as Cindy. She's clearly based on Casey.
Hello.
Hello.
You also get the generic white people too. I'm sorry, I still don't remember their names. They're just here to build up the body count for the movie, or lack of body count in the second movie. I should really mention that later. And even though I'm focusing on Sydney for this movie, every kid in this group has the same amount of attention as her. She doesn't feel like the main character in the movie, even after everyone dies. It's kind of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, except you cut the first 20 minutes of the movie and Charlie is as equal as Mike TV. Bang! Bang! Hacking through the mainframe! I thought there was only one white guy in this movie. I wonder why. Oh, that's why. You also get your token weed character. It's a 2000s teen sex comedy. You gotta have the weed character.
Yo, pick up the phone. What's up?
It's like Requiem for a Dream, the good ending. Shorty's the only male teen from one that got a negative KD. That's kind of weird. Post-credit shot.
Shorty wasn't written because I was filming Dungeons and Dragons and Requiem.
Oh, holy shit, that makes so much sense now. We also got Dewey. I mean Doughy. I mean Duty. I mean...
Doofy!
Yeah, him. He watches VTubers and he's a bit too into Star Versus. We can ignore him.
Do you wish to give up your right to speak to attorney and have him present during questioning?
You think Charlie care anything about Slippery?
This retrospective is more Wayne's focused right now, but I don't want to miscredit Anna Faris. Kind of like Jim Carrey from In Living Color, this was her first big comedic role. She brings a lot of good cartoony energy to these movies, but like Leslie Nielsen in Airplane, this isn't like a full vehicle for her yet. The Wayans writing carry this movie a lot more.
There are no small parts.
Wait, is Dave only in the movie because they couldn't get Jim Carrey? They knew it would be career suicide, so they just got like a bootleg version of him.
In your dreams.
The Wayne-less sequels would be a lot like Her Naked Gun in more ways than one. Lastly, she kinda acts better than Neve Campbell with the Scream lines.
Sorry if my traumatized life is an inconvenience to you and your perfect existence.
I'm sorry if my complicated life is an inconvenience to your perfect existence.
I sing for walks. You've seen one too many.
You guys are psychos! You've seen one too many TV shows!
That's kind of amazing for a spoof of a movie that spoofs itself.
I've always wanted to win an award just so I can publicly thank Keenen Ivory Wayans for casting me in Scary Movie.
I also want to include Cindy's dad in here because he's awesome. He's just a random drug dealer who's like, I love you, Cindy! And explains Sydney's sketchy backstory. I kind of wish they included the dad in the sequels. He was also in the Bulbs too.
Mom says when I wear this badge, you're supposed to treat me like a man of the law.
Yeah, well, Mom also said for you to stop sticking your dick in the vacuum cleaner.
The cast here isn't 1-to-1 a copy of Scream, like 1-to-half, while the other half is original. Like, Shorty is supposed to be based on Randy from Scream, but surprisingly, he isn't the meta commentary guy.
Method.
He's just Marlon Wayne doing a weed character. His sister Brenda is more Randy in nature with the commentary.
My friend Sean had a pool party this summer. You know, Puff Daddy. Hey, everybody was drinking Cristal champagne, and then it started to get wild, and people was getting freaky in the pool and stuff.
And how she dies. Spoiler alert, she fucking dies. And she isn't really gone and always comes back. This is kind of unintended, but I'll talk about that more when I talk about 3 and 4.
And then after you get all the references in terms of the horror film, you have to go to pop culture and find out what's funny about pop culture.
You do it in layers.
Also, I should mention that as I'm recording this, they announced that they're rebooting Scary Movie, even though that's, say, 3 of the movies in here are technically reboots. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a tax write-off. Wait, no, this could be funny,
Jada Pinkett, Omar Epps, Scream 2. Boom, Sambo.
The movie does a great job at replicating Scream to the point where I can't take certain moments of Scream seriously because Scary Movie parodied them so well.
Corn syrup, just like my mom puts on her spaghetti, baby.
Keenen Ivory did a great job mimicking Wes Craven's style. Having a similar budget helps too with immersion. Well, fun fact, Scary Movie 1 had a higher budget than Scream 1 and made more box office bucks too. Also, fun fact, both movies are named after pre-existing slasher movies. You got Scream, which Good Bad Flicks mentioned, and you have this weird British movie called Scary Movie. Maybe it's like Existo, I don't know.
Scream took a satirical look at horror flicks. This is a parody of the satire.
Slashers are like comedies where they can both be cheap and be easily replicated. We'll also find out later in the series that it's a bad idea to spoof a movie that is 100 times more expensive than your movie. This is probably the most accurate spoof movie alongside Airplane, where it does a great job replicating scenes and dialogue from the original.
You watch horror movies and they're always so dumb.
And unlike Airplane, this wasn't exactly a love letter. Marlon has gone on record saying he hates the original Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I love Scream to death. Not just because this is a Miramax movie and they told me to say that, but I truly did love Scream.
Which I can kind of understand, but this isn't exactly like Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey, which, by the way, we really needed like find Marlon to spoof these types of movies. Scary Movie was able to combine and spoof the entire Scream trilogy, and I have not seen another spoof movie that was able to do that. Besides that hate, the movie has a lot of love and respect towards the original Scream.
What do you think, we're in a horror movie?
And I feel like the original writers did most of the heavy lifting on that.
Taking down Lawrence and Cole.
And shot down any ideas of adding like stink lines to any of the characters. This movie had 4 actual writers. We can ignore the other 2. I'll talk about them later.
Little Buddy Diapers. His name is Buddy.
Plus, for those that don't know, Scream wasn't just another generic slasher movie that came out at the right time. It was a slasher movie that was able to add meta commentary to the whole genre, like a spoof. And it was able to influence the franchises that it commented on, like Halloween and Child's Play. It also influenced a lot of copycats as well.
We made a very fast, like a Mission Impossible spoof.
Ironically, like how Marlon Wayans saw Scream, Scary Movie can be seen as both the movie that recharged the spoof genre and ruined it. Enough gushing, I need to be stupid again. They killed the health inspector! Another praise that I have for Scary Movie is that it's a comedy that doesn't ask for reactions. The movie has a fast pace and plays it straight enough where you can kind of trick someone into thinking that it's not a comedy. Except for maybe the second act, it kind of turns into a Halloween episode of In Living Color.
Oh look, Joanna.
None of the sequels ever come close to that. They were either too goofy or too short. One is the perfect blend, and I consider it more of a horror comedy instead of just a parody.
Give me back my monkey.
People can complain about watching MCU homework. Meanwhile, I had to watch fucking Amistad to get this joke.
And I feel that it was a movie for real moviegoers, for people who really know what he's referring to and how he's referring to it, the little in-jokes and so forth. Sure. I liked it. I laughed. Now,
I also want to talk about the main killer of the movie, Ghostface. It's not Screamface, it's not Sharp Hand Joe, it's legit Ghostface. And for those that don't know, Ghostface was a Halloween costume before Scream came out.
You sell this costume every 5 and dime in the state.
I feel like Doofy for realizing if the robes were white, it would just be a ghost.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Only my costume is bulletproof.
Anyway, they turned a bumbling, unprofessional killer and exaggerated him into a mix between Buster Keaton and Bugs Bunny, which is brilliant.
Without pain and deprivation, one can never experience true pleasure.
This Ghostface would rather take Manhattan Muppet style than Jason style. His identity sure is a mystery for now, that's for sure. Yeah, Spiral Staircase, I never noticed that. You gotta love how the masked killer is very expressive. Kinda matches the concept out for the OG Ghostface. OGF? And let's be honest, for millennials, this was our Ghostface. I also want to mention that the actual Ghostface outfit does show up in the scene right here, which does make Scary Movie part of the big boy table, despite some debatable humor.
My favorite scene is when the gym teacher across their legs.
Which I can understand why some people don't like it, but I don't think the movie's that malicious about it. This is a movie made by a lot of young people, and most grew up to do great things and help the next generation. Except for one, he was in Frank McCluskey, and his character came back to do some weird George Wood-esque videos.
Like taking all those stereotypes and going, look, I want y'all to see how stupid you look in this. And then, you know, I want people to be able to laugh at it.
Plus, I made some bad videos when I was a kid, and I was able to grow and become a wiser person. 1, 2, 3. On topics about the movie that didn't age well, I can talk about the love interest. Like, the arc in both movies is always, hey, Sydney, can we have sex? No, not now. How about now? No. How about now? No. How about now? Fine! It always feels forced and leads to the worst jokes. How could you take advantage of her? She's passed out. I know Don't Be a Menace has similar jokes, but it's all about momentum with the jokes. A joke that doesn't land is fine. Where he at? He was a popular guy. As long as a better joke comes up to make up for it. So wait, the titular babies are in the titular place? What the fuck? And when the worst joke of this movie is intercut with the best joke of the movie, it doesn't work. I'm not one of those guys who thinks sex shouldn't be in movies or these topics shouldn't be covered. I just find it weird that the strong female lead character franchise started like this when the later movies had better representation.
How much will I get for doing this? You betrayed me, bitch.
I guess we can talk about the killer reveal now. It's just these guys. We have a bit where Sean talks to the audience a bit with Marlon's thoughts on Scream.
Did Scream have a plot?
No.
Did I Know You Did Last Summer make any sense? And what about the sequel? What the hell is with that fat white Jamaican?
Oh, I want to kill that motherfucker.
Again, even though I disagree with the statement, it's still pretty clever putting it in the movie. I really like this scene influenced a lot of Channel Awesome skits. The bigger twist is Ray isn't gay.
You made love to me.
No, ho, ho. First of all, you suck my
dick. Call me gay. Marlo and Ray would just be into momdom at this point. We also get commentary about the Wayne Show too, before the movie does a shitty Matrix spoof that ruins the flow. But that's fine, we have a legit good twist. He was just pretending to being retarded. I do love the ending, like it's a legit twist and it's fun rewatching it. Seeing who did what and catching onto Doofy being just a wise ass instead of a dumbass.
Hey, Terry, smell my finger.
What the hell is that?
My ass.
And it was a smart use of keeping Doofy away from a distance. Knowing the Wayne's track record at this point, it could have been worse.
Oh, look like someone's about to join the ranks of the disabled.
At least there wasn't a random evil twin character that was never mentioned before. Post-edit thought. Sorry, but after watching Frank McCluskey so many times, Ghostface's voice in some scenes are 100% just David Carradine.
Jiminy Christmas, this guy's gayness is off the charts. Go ahead, call the cops. But you might want to check the back door first.
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
It's fun seeing Scream and Scary Movie as sibling movies to each other, to the point where Doofy's an unofficial Ghostface.
I get Doofy a lot, which that was a scary movie. I'm Dewey, not Doofy. Get it all the time.
Yes, Doofus.
Which is probably the highest honor a spoof character could get.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to survive a horror movie.
Wait, this is a deleted scene? Nah, I can't find it. Damn, they really wanted Shorty to be the side character. Wait, is this from a TV edit of the film?
Was it edited for TV? You know, all the good stuff was cut out, and it got me thinking of us.
It would be crazy if this franchise had a lot of deleted scenes. I like the TV scenes more than the deleted scene. They were very early Family Guy-ish.
Where are we going? Oh, to the flight station!
And they kind of had a lot of character moments. Kind of wish the Wayans had a scene together, but maybe they're building up to it. Ghostface's voice is pretty cool here too.
What do you want?
I'm gonna gut you like a fish.
And I like how this scene is like a funny foreshadow to the sequel. I wish this joke made the cut.
There. That's a good boy.
I can say the normal cut takes itself more seriously than the TV cut.
I didn't kill anybody. I swear on my mother's life.
Oh, poor you.
Which is kind of important for a parody movie.
Whatever, Mr. Killer. God, I see a Kathy Ireland tag. This is definitely not right.
Fuck you, Shogun!
Hi, Cindy.
Where was I? Oh yeah. You might be wondering why I delved more into Scream than last summer for Scary Movie. That's because Ghostface is more stabby than playing hooky. It's really inconsistent for the character, and it's almost like they're two different characters. Wait. Holy shit, that's a really cool detail on which character is Ghostface. Doofy was really planning on something for the school. Also, I realized that the violence and the setting for the movie might be a dig at Scream 3.
We're doing the things that Scream thought about doing, but didn't do.
Because originally it was going to be at a high school before stuff happened. Kinda fucked up, but I'll allow it. This could also apply to how Scream 3 wanted to bring dead characters back, like Stu, but couldn't. Meanwhile, Scary Movie could bring their Stu counterpart back. Come to think of it, Ray and Bobby's motives were pretty airtight compared to everyone else.
If your father snapped, your mother's anniversary set him off and he went on a murder spree killing everyone. We're copycatting a serial killer that already exists. It's the perfect crime, Cindy.
Like, you're really just asking for Columbo to bust in and be like, you know, my wife's friend, he makes the best ribs on this side of the Delaware Water Gap, and he gave me some advice on making them. Typically, you don't tie up the pig after you kill it. Do you two remember why Mr. Campbell had rope marks on him for 2 days? And guess what? It worked for Doofy. Maybe these two rodeo clowns are the real pesto disguised this whole time. Also, Wayne, you're a dumbass. You got beat by a guy that tactically shit himself.
I got poopy.
Oh shit, that police station's an iPad kid. The comparison goes deep enough where the original poster was a nice homage to that one scene from Scream. I kinda hate the poster format they went with, because for all of the sequels, it's either a 30-second cameo or lies. Wait, I thought you said no sequel.
Let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel.
Also, these two Matrix posters almost make me forgive the ass pull at the end.
Hello?
Watching scary movies.
I don't think Scary Movie dumbed down the spoof genre like so many people believe. I feel like it made spoofs more crude and have more bite to them. Basically just American Pie at Woodsboro. Damn, now I want a Your Treat Meets Hostel movie. Scary Movie still has the same passion and thought for the genre like Spaceballs or Airplane. Hell, even those were products of their time too. I blame spoofs around that time for poisoning the genre like Hot Shots, Spy Hard, whatever the hell this is, Alien Resurrection. Scary Movie was able to properly satirize the plot, message, impact, cinematography, and censorship of Scream. Meanwhile, these clowns couldn't even get off with fans. I wonder if there's a movie to prove my point that parody was getting dumber even before Scary Movie was a hit. Yeah, I probably need some music for this.
Only they can test, cause I'll make you undress. Like born dancers, waiting at the front door for an answer. Hey yo, I'm sick of artificial MCs like silicone titties.
Hey yo, check it, yo, fuck a cheap bomb. I wanna smoke Cheech and Chong. And if I wanna fuck long, I let my ding along, hit the bong, and then it's on. Always pass the good cheek to the left, because the right way is wrong.
Oh, I got it.